Yep. One of the favorite parts of the week, talking high school football with Bobby Stautzenberger. Thanks for the time as always, man.
Always.
Really appreciate it. So you guys had yourselves a nice little game on Saturday. Madison and Roosevelt, and we were talking about beforehand about how maybe the Mavs are back a little.
They had such a great run all those years with Jim Streety, and let's face it, from Madison standards, they've been down for the last 4 or 5 years, and they're back, though. I 33-3 over Roosevelt. It was a very impressive win. They had over 500 yards offense. They limited Roosevelt to less than 200. Dante Hagens is a great dual-threat quarterback, and they may have the best defensive player in the city, a kid named Jamie Ferguson, so keep an eye on him.
And you mentioned Jim Streety, inducted this week into the San Antonio Sports Hall of Fame, so congrats to Coach Streety. I know he's been great not only to his players, but to the media.
For sure.
One of the most media-friendly coaches. And not that he went out of his way, like he still had his priority on coaching and what had to be done on the field, but always so great to work with. So, again, congrats to Coach Jim Streety, not only at Madison, but what he did at New Braunfels as well. This coming weekend, interesting. Every single 6A area team is off.
Right.
Interesting dynamic to the season, but every one of them kind of, after this week, can say, well, we're all kind of starting from equal footing.
Right.
No one had an extra week to prepare, and et cetera, et cetera. Interesting, Bobby, that basically an entire classification in an area gets the weekend off.
Well, you can't say it's not fair, right? So it's, sometimes you heard complaints about that. The problem with the bye week, if you had an odd-number district, there's no way to do this, but all the 6As are even-numbered districts, so it's possible. They did it, and so no 6A football this week, but the last 5 games will start next week with the 6As.
Of the games that we do have scheduled this weekend, are there one or two that stick out to you?
I want to see how good Somerset really is. They are undefeated. They had a good win last week over their rivals, Southside, but now they go on the road, a district game at Corpus Christi, Calallen. Now, Sonny Detmer, over his career, he's pulled some pretty big upsets. And Phil Danaher, the coach at Calallen's the winningest coach in Texas high school football history. So that would be a real feather in the hat for Somerset if they can go down on the road and win. And another interesting one, I think, is Marion and Cole. The Cole Cougars are undefeated right there at Fort Sam, and it's a district ball game, and Marion has a really good team, so I think that's another interesting contest this weekend.
So we're halfway through the season. You know, most of these teams have played 5 games, halfway in.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go with surprise. Who surprised you the most in terms of where they are now as opposed to where you thought they were going to be back at the beginning of the season?
Well, I think you have to look at the 2 new schools. They're playing varsity ball for the first time. Harlan, they're 4-1 in their first varsity season. Veterans Memorial, the new Judson ISD school, is 3-2, but they're 2-0 in district. And so both of those teams are brand new varsity programs, and actually Veterans Memorial has 3 district wins, and they're actually in place right now. They're on collision course with Wagner, maybe for the district championship. So when you have a new varsity program and they're having that kind of success, that's kind of surprising in both cases.
Yeah, that is pretty surprising. I think when you start football, I think there's an expectation that you might struggle a little bit, right? And a realistic expectation at that. But these 2 programs humming right along and are doing well. So no high school football showcase this coming Saturday, but you're back the next week with Jay and Warren. So KCWX right here, high school football showcase, not this coming Saturday, but the following Saturday. Bobby Stautzenberger, I'll see you then. Thanks for the time, man. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
All righty.
You're watching Sports2Nite, San Antonio's only nightly 30-minute sportscast with exclusive sports coverage you won't find anywhere else.